My name is 49'sFine, and I am an addict. All jokes aside, as I get into silver stacking and silver collecting, I've really kind of refined my taste in the things that I love in silver. As our stacks grow, we grow along with our stacks, and that's a big thing that I've had to learn is that goals change over time. But today I wanted to talk about my favorite series of coins that I own. And that series is going to be the Lunar series by Perth Mint. Really anything made by Perth Mint I really enjoy. I love this dragon. Actually, I was looking online and I was looking at what other people thought of this dragon, and a lot of people actually don't favor this design very much. They don't like how you can't really tell, how the body is set on the display of the coin. You can't really tell. I mean, obviously you can tell where it begins and where it ends, but it just looks like a lot of people say it looks like a jumbled mess of dragon all coiled up. And I understand that criticism, but nonetheless, the proof-like finish of the dragon against a matte background, it's just so beautiful. And all the details and all of the scales, I just love it. It's a beautiful coin. This one's a 5-ouncer. This is a 5-ounce coin. Here it is compared to your standard 1-ounce buffalo. It's a lot bigger and a lot heavier, 5 times heavier to be exact, than the 1-ounce buffalo. Yep. There's a good size comparison for everybody. I see a lot of coins being shown on YouTube and different sizes and different weights, and it can be hard to tell how big a coin is just by looking at it on YouTube when all they're holding is just the coin. But yeah, that's why I like to kind of compare it to the something that everyone has, like a buffalo. Here's the thickness here. It's much thicker. So I got this. This really kicked off the addiction. I thought I was addicted before I bought this coin, and then when it came in and I felt the weight and I saw the beautiful finish, and this capsule actually came in very good condition from bullion exchanges. I'm not sponsored. That's just where I got it. So once I held this in my hand, I was like, oh my God, I'm addicted. So about a month goes by. I think it was probably about a month. I bought some more buffaloes, a couple of weeks went by, and I got the itch for another piece. And I actually ended up finding this on eBay. This was an excellent score. I got this for about $4.50 over spot, 2023 Lunar Rabbit. The capsule on this one also came in excellent condition. It's the same size. These are both 5 ounces. They're both the exact same dimensions. But these are two very proud pieces to my collection. I love this rabbit. I love, once again, the proof-like finish. It's reflective of the actual rabbits themselves over the beautiful, clean, super clean matte background. The little bits of foliage and the little rocks, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. I love everything about this coin. Of course, you've got the queen on the back. This is also another favorite. These two coins I will never sell. These will never be sold. I'm going to hang on to these forever. Absolutely beautiful additions to the collection. And then a couple more. I would say about 2 months went by, and I decided, you know what? It's time to beef up the Perth Mint collection that I have going. And I really have always wanted a Lunar Tiger. I've wanted a Lunar Tiger for a very long time, but what was really holding me off from it was the premiums. The premiums on 2022 Perth Mint Lunar Tigers are pretty outrageous, to be honest. And I wanted to get another 5-ouncer. I wanted to get a 5-ouncer in the Tiger, but they were priced at like $250. I was going to be spending almost $20 over spot per ounce, and I can't justify that to myself. I mean, silver is silver. It's true. Silver is just silver. This silver is no different in composition to this silver. This one might be slightly more fine than this, but it's the same thing nonetheless. So I'm willing to spend more on a coin like these. I only spent about $4 over spot for this one. I spent I think like maybe 350 over spot for this one. You know, I'm willing to stretch a little bit. I'll stretch a little bit and cover the premium just to get some coins that I know are not going to be made forever and have limited mintages. But sometimes when I see something and it's got something like a 75% markup over spot, I can't justify it. And sometimes it seems like pricing is getting a little bit out of control on some of these pieces. So I decided to do some research. Why are the Lunar Tigers so freaking expensive? The 5-ounce Lunar Tigers anyways. And I pulled up a sheet. This is from perthmint.com. And as you can see, we go down the list here. Ox, Tiger, 10 kilogram Lunar Tiger. They only made 100 of those. 5-ounce Lunar Silver Tiger, 2022. They only made 10,000 of those. The mintage maximum says unlimited down here, but the Perth Mint isn't making these anymore. They only made about 10,000 according to their website. These are their records. So I was like, well, 10,000 is definitely not that many coins for one of the most sought after mints in the world. So that makes sense why the premium is so high on these. They're not being made anymore. It's an iconic, beautiful design. And eventually you're really not going to be able to find them online anymore, I think, in a couple of years. And then I looked down at this 2-ounce. I looked at this 2-ounce and it's got 6 times as many mintages. So I was like, it's got about 60,000 out there as opposed to 10,000. So let's check those out. And instead of seeing like a $20 premium over spot, I saw $8 or $9 premium over spot for the 2-ounce Lunar Tiger. And that still kind of stings a little bit. That's quite a bit more than I want to spend. But it's close enough. And I know that these coins are only going to get more rare as time goes on. Every single day, there's less and less of them that can be considered brilliant uncirculated. So time is of the essence. I bit the bullet and I got one. I bought a 2-ouncer, and here it is. This is my 2-ounce Lunar Tiger. It's beautiful. The coin is in pretty good shape. I think it's slightly, I don't think that's a milk spot right there. I think it's a little bit dirty or something. The capsule itself is beat up. Like this capsule is beat up. It's got scratches on both sides. And to be honest, it's extremely easy to open this thing. I'll show you. Like, I was surprised. Like, most capsules, they're pretty firm and hard to get apart, but this one kind of just comes right open. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm going to have to find a new capsule for this 2-ounce Lunar Tiger. If anybody out there knows where I can find one of those, that would be really good, because I'm just not very comfortable with this capsule. It comes open so easily. But here's the coin, and it's beautiful. I don't know how I should go about getting that little smudge off. I don't think that's a milk spot. I'm afraid to touch it. I'm afraid to smear it or anything. Oh, and now it's gone. I think I just fixed it. There's a little bit of teeny tiny milk spotting right there, I think, but other than that, this coin it's just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful design. The mama tiger and the cub. Once again, that proof-like reflective finish over the beautiful, clean, matte background. Absolutely beautiful. The leaves behind them. I love this coin. Here it is in comparison to a buffalo. That way you get a good idea of how big it is. It's pretty substantial in size. It's quite a bit bigger than the buffaloes, than a generic buffalo. I think for pretty much all of my Perth Mint coins that I collect, I'm going to do bigger than a 1 ounce. I have plenty of 1 ouncers in my stack, but my collection is a little bit more special. I want to get something for each one of my pieces. I want it to be a little bit more substantial. So I'm going to get 2 ouncers, 5 ouncers, couple of, maybe even a 10 ouncer for my Perth Mint pieces. But this is just adding to the army of Perth Mint pieces that I own. But this capsule has got to go, man. It's freaking, look at that. It's just beat up and it's loose on here. It just doesn't hold very well. So I'll have to, if you guys know of a place to find a capsule for a 2-ounce Lunar Tiger, please let me know. I'd really love to get another one that's also not scratched and has a more snug fit. But anyways, guys, I get so much happiness when I hold these. I love these coins. They're excellent. They're truly beautiful pieces. The 2-ounce isn't that much smaller than the 5-ounce. I know it has a capsule around it, but it's not that much smaller. I'll show you the thickness here. There's the thickness of the whoa, I don't want to drop it. And then there's the 1-ounce. So if you're trying to decide between a 5-ounce and a 2-ounce Perth Mint coin, yes, the 2-ounce is still very satisfying to hold. If I had a choice, it would be 5-ounce, but I'm not paying 20 bucks over spot. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. $250 for a 5-ounce piece, I can't do it. Let me know what you think about these coins down below. I absolutely love these. They're so beautiful. But anyways, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. I love talking to y'all in the comments. Peace.